Hello, dear children. Please take out your science books. Let us begin with the next lesson. Lesson number 10, Light. Now, my dear children, what light helps us to? Light helps us to see. Now, you must be wondering why you are not able to see anything. Just because there is no light, my dear children. It is dark. Now, when I have switched on the light, you can see everything. This is what light is. Light enables us to see. It is a kind of energy which helps us to see. I hope you have understood, my dear children. So, let us begin. So, this was just an activity which I have done with you right now. Luminous and non-luminous bodies. We call something luminous if it gives out light. The sun, the stars are the examples of luminous bodies. You might have seen the sun in the sky. You might have seen the stars. They all give out light. Tube lights, electric bulbs and candles are some examples of luminous objects. The difference is that the sun and the stars are natural while the tube light, electric bulbs and so on are man-made or artificial. So, the sun and the stars are the natural sources of light. They give out light naturally. But the tube lights, the bulbs, they are the artificial sources of light. These are the sources of light. They also produces light, but they are artificial sources of light. Why? Because they uses electricity to give us light. So all these objects, either man-made, artificial or natural, they all are luminous bodies. Luminous bodies are also called sources of light. The sun is the natural source of light, while an electric bulb is an artificial source of light. I hope you have understood, my dear children. Now there is an interesting fact over here. Some animals also gives out light. You may have seen one of them. Have you seen the fireflies? We call Jugnu in Hindi. We call it as Chugnu. Jugnu you might have seen, no? Okay, they are very ordinary looking beetles until they start glowing in the dark. These are those flies which glow in the dark. Then they look magical. Many types of fishes and other creatures that live in sea also give out light. There are many fishes, my dear children. They give out light naturally. Okay. What kind of energy do solar lamps use to produce light? It is a solar lamp. Okay, this solar lamp, they have solar panels or plates which traps the energy from the sun. It traps the energy from the sun, and then what it does? It converts the solar energy to the electrical energy, and these lamps glow. I hope you are getting this, my dear children. These lamps glow. Let's have a look. So in many places, solar lamps are used instead of electric lamps for street light. Do you think this is good? Why? Obviously, my dear students, the solar lamps are good as compared to the other lamps, because the solar lamp uses solar energy. It uses the energy from the sunlight, which is free of cost. You do not have to pay for it. At home, you have to give the electricity bill so that you have light at your home. You can sit under the fan. You can light the tube light, but you have to pay for it. Similar, but the solar energy is free of cost and it is pollution free. I hope you have understood this. Okay. So, now next, reflection by non-luminous body. What about the moon? The moon is not a luminous body. It does not give out the light. It shines in the light of the sun. Say, the way the steel or the glass shines when the light falls on it. When a glass is there, okay, and when light falls on that glass or a steel, it shines. Yes or no? Similarly, moon, it has no light of its own. It only shines when the sunlight falls on it. So, they all are known, the objects which do not have their lights of their own are known as non-luminous bodies. When the light falls on something, it bounces back. The way a ball bounces back off a floor, this throwing back of light by an object is called reflection. When light falls on something, it bounces back. Take an example of a bulb. When the light from the bulb falls on the table, it bounces back. And just because it bounces back, we are able to see this table. When the light from the bulb, it falls on the table, the light bounces back. And when this light bounces back, a person standing over here, is able to see this table. So this bouncing back of light is known as what? Reflection. This bouncing back of light is known as reflection. Just as a bowl bounces back, in the same way, the light also bounces back. And this bouncing back of light is known as what? Reflection of light. Is known as reflection of light. We can see the non-luminous things or things that do not give out light when the light reflected by them enters our eyes. So any object which do not have the light of their own can only be seen because the light falls on it. As I gave you the example of this table. This table, it doesn't have the light of its own. This table doesn't have, the table is not having the light. It do not have the light of its own. So what happens? The light from a luminous body, this bulb is a luminous body. This bulb is a luminous body, and when the light from a luminous body falls on the table, the light bounces back, the light gets reflected, and we are able to see this. This is our eyes, and we are able to see this table. So this table is a non-luminous body. This table is a non-luminous body. We are able to see this table just because the light from a luminous body falls on it. I hope you have understood what is the meaning of non-luminous body. Okay. So, we see the non-luminous things or things that do not give out light when the light reflected by them enters our eyes. Same is the case with a moon. There is a moon, moon in the sky, and when the sunlight falls on the moon, we are able to see the moon. So this sun is a luminous body. The sun is a luminous body, and this moon is a non-luminous body. I hope you have understood, my dear children. So we are going to do till here only. Rest of the part I will do it in the next part. Thank you.